Alexandra, how are you? Oh, just getting comfy. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry for the yawn. It's like 9 o'clock here at night, so a little bit later than normal. Uh, um, had a bit of a long day. I was doing quite a bit of hard work, so take me a bit longer than normal to get going. Thoughts and prayers with um, Highland Park in Chicago for the shooting that took place there. I wish I was able to do more, and also the same for the people in Denmark at that mall where a 22-year-old man opened up and killed 3 people there. It's just terrible that such things are going on. It's just beyond comprehension. So I need to get a new notebook. I'm using just scraps of paper at the moment. Anyway, seeing a new headline. January 6th committee likely to make criminal referral. This is at 11 hours ago against Trump. We'll have a look at that. I was looking at a story earlier today that Trump is making noises about announcing his run later this month. Will Trump announce? I think he'll continue to make noises because that gets the money in without him having to actually commit to doing anything. Yeah. Has anyone got any questions? Hello. Thank you for joining. Hi, Dishes and Stitches. Hi, Super Queen Bee. Hi, Sherry French. Yeah. So it's lots of just terrible. I was watching Mel. He was almost in tears. He had the story going on. Hi, Susie Hatcher. Hi, Margel. Again, just horrendous. People were being. It just seems like it's never going to end. Mhm. The Tesla board tells shareholders to vote against reports into employee harassment. That is disgusting. Tesla. I've been reading Tesla for ages. I'm going to do a Tesla update because I've just been seeing it in trouble for ages. So the board's telling shareholders to vote against, encouraging shareholders to vote against annual reporting on discrimination and harassment, additional reporting on child labour against collective bargaining, and annual. Oh my goodness! These were suggestions made by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission filing for the company's annual meeting. There's 10 lawsuits alleging racial discrimination or sexual harassment, including one from the state of California alleging that Tesla's Fremont factory is racially. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Good morning. Yeah, I saw the unrest in Akron, Ohio, after the release of that video. It just seems you might hear storm noises there. I've got a fire on the telly. I love it. I like having a nice fire with the storm noises. Yeah. Um, yeah. So, yeah. Um, Wendy Williams fans compare deletion of YouTube channel to burning of library. Hang on. Something wrong with that link, but burning of Library of Alexandria. Oh no, darling. There's still so much wet weather hanging over the area. The flooding's still quite a ways to go. One person has died. And a lot of these people have just got their homes fixed up after the last lot of floods, and it's just yeah, it's just devastating. Um, and hi Kathy W, hi Bonnie Russell. All is well here. Super Queen Bee 45. I hope that people. It's devastating what happened at Highland Park. I hope that everybody else was able to have a violence-free 4th of July. It's just devastating. It's just, yeah. And yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, so I hope as many as you as were able to have, a, you know, enjoy the day. Of course, it's hard to when you hear of such things happening. Um, yeah. Um, oh yes, the new Boris Johnson MP called Chris Pincher has been. He's been accused of getting drunk at some club and grabbing some gentlemen at the club by their crotches. Yeah, not surprising at all. Yeah, it's just a little baby boy in Leeds died. He fell from a block. Uh, yeah. Um, the disputed Russian cargo ship remains stranded off the Turkish coast. Yeah, it is. And so I feel like a lot of people probably did stay at home for fear of, not being able to go out. And it's just wrong. It's just so wrong. Yeah. Um, Mel was saying he felt it was racially motivated and a hate crime. And he knows quite a lot. He's got friends in the neighbourhood. He knows quite a lot about the neighbourhood. Yeah, but I don't want to read too much on it, but it's just terrible. It's just, there's just so much going on. Brittany Griner, I can have a read on her. But yeah, no, the floods, it's going to take quite a while for them to recede. And that system, it's a huge system. It's still causing a lot of havoc. Yeah, so how about we make a start? Has anyone got a question for me? I'm going to have a read on that first thing I wrote down. The Generally Six Committee are likely to refer to make a criminal referral against Trump to the Justice Department. Let's have a look at that. Yes or no? How true that is? How likely that is? Okay. And if you have a question, please ask it. Ace of Cups. That's quite a it's like this spilling over with evidence. It's they just send some over to the department and more comes in. It's like that forever filling and draining cup. Apparently over 50 witnesses have spoken to the investigation in Georgia. Page of Cups, yeah. They just think they've scratched the bottom and more comes out, and it's like, whoa. Yes, I do think they are going to refer Trump for criminal investigation. Queen of Rods, here's the Congress, here's the committee. The Queen of Rods or Queen of Wands here's my card for like the House of Reps and stuff. Yeah, and the full journey of a new start. This is all the evidence, it's just packed with knowledge. It's even, this indicates to me there's even some stuff that they weren't investigating him for that they will be now because of evidence that's come out. So, yeah, I do feel like there's lots. They can they can, of course, refer, and they will. You know, yeah. Will Trump announce his candidacy? I'm getting later this month. There was an article on YouTube with one of the channels where he's making noises about it, but that's different from making noises. Means he gets people donating money. Committing to it is a different thing, because then he actually has to start really doing things, not just making noises. So will he actually announce his candidacy? Three of rods, three of wands. It's interesting, because you'd think these ships would be coming in, but to me they look like they're heading out. And it's not a harbour it's standing on, it's a beach, or a little headland over a beach. It's like he's looking at his ship sailing away. Five of Swords, which is a no, defeat. And the Lovers. People want him to commit. They want him to commit, but I don't think he feels like. I think he feels like as long as if he does commit, then he actually has to start showing real, doing a proper job, not just talking. Seven of Cups, that's illusions, delusions, trying to fog the area. Page of Pentacles, he doesn't want to make that commitment. He'd rather just tease, because that's getting money in for him. Let's look at this. Unless he's backed into a corner with no way out, he's not going to announce anything. Yes, he would. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I think he's hoping to put everything off until the midterms. They're still so sure they're going to win that, waiting till the midterms, the right opportunity. And fertile ground to keep just teasing it and hinting at it is more fertile for him. Yeah. So honestly, I don't see him announcing in the next few months. And if the Republicans, lose, as some predict it might, they will. He won't. The thing is too is that I don't think that his candidacy would be received with as much. How would him announcing his candidacy be received? So that's going to be interesting. If he does announce it, how will it be received? So that's a question I'd like to ask. Yes, he would rather continue to grift. Hello to all my lovely lurkers who are there, and hello to everybody who takes the time to click on my videos and watch them. I do appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. Just really appreciate it. So how would Trump announcing his candidacy be received if he did it? I think he sort of, people saying, you've got to do it now, you've got to do it now. It would look like but embattled. People are just like, geez, feeling like blow after blow after blow from watching the video. And you know what? The more people who would not normally watch those hearings, who watch them, who do decide to watch them, they're telling other people, you got to watch, you've got to go and you've got to watch. And so King of Wands, some people would receive it well. Yeah, but then there's the Five of Swords. No, he's just, people are already turning their back on him. And this King of Wands is not him. It's like they're already looking for someone different to lead the Republican Party, and it's not him. So I don't think generally, it, of course, with the MAGA crowd and the Trumpist, of course, but a large majority of Republicans are already walking away from him. So it wouldn't be received. I think it would be a bit of an anticlimax, and I think he wants to wait until the election, and then it's just like, we don't want to carry you anymore. He's convinced that the Republicans will win back the House and the Senate, and he can say it was all because of me. I did this, and look, even if they did, I don't think he'd be received well, but they're not going to win back the House and the Senate. Okay. Tesla. Let's have a look at the future of Tesla. Things just start. I think months ago I started saying, things are not looking good for Tesla. Well, when the Twitter thing came up, what's happening with Tesla? And you know what? It's still not going to make any difference to the Republicans. And, now, Tesla, a card dropped out when I was shuffling, so I'll use that as the center card. Whoa, wow. The devil. This is not looking good for Tesla. It's more and more keeps coming out about this toxic workplace. It's a challenge for them. I'm only going to do a small one. Yet chaos is coming towards that company, and it's trying to head off the chaos. Now, I was saying about the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission filing, which had lots of recommendations, and the shareholders meeting will be on the 4th. So this is chaos. I wonder if and this is the challenge. I wonder if this will be the shareholders meeting. I'll have a look at that. So as a challenge, is that the shareholders meeting? Let's have a look here. Sorry. Just trying to get the deck out. Got the Shadowlands deck here. Is this Knight of Swords, the Knight of Chaos? Is this the shareholders meeting? Hanged Man. Oh. I got, when the Hanged Man came up, I got, no, it's not. Hey, what? Human generic. I got the words suspension of trading, because it's a public company, isn't it, Tesla? I got the word suspension of trading went through my head. So that's like being brought in limbo. Okay, what is the advice for Tesla? I can't believe the board said, don't vote for these things, because the reason I'm reading on Tesla is that they've got their annual shareholders meeting on the 4th of August, and Tesla's board of directors is encouraging shareholders to vote against annual reporting on discrimination and harassment, and additional reporting on child labour, against collective bargaining, and against an annual report of the board diversity. Shareholders have made numerous requests, such as that the board should have a public report describing the effectiveness of Tesla to prevent harassment and discrimination amongst employees. It's facing 10 lawsuits, including one from the state of California, alleging that Tesla's Fremont factory is racially segregated, where black workers are subjected to racial slurs and discriminated against in job assignments, discipline, pay. So it sounds like it's a really toxic company. Hi, M. James. We are, my darling. We are. Doggy Day farm pictures. We're fine, sweetheart. We're in Western Australia. We're not subject to the floods or anything like that. Yeah. But here is something. Be prepared for. This is just an abuse of power card. Be prepared to have to face up to all of this. Now, I asked what the situation with Tesla, and the central card was the devil. Then I drew what the challenge was, and it was the Knight of Swords, which for me is oncoming chaos. And I thought, well, I'll see if that's the shareholders meeting. So I drew a clarifier, and it was the Hangman, suspension, and the words that went through: suspension of trading or suspended trading. And the advice is to basically get ready for defeat. I don't know what. I'll have a read on that if you like. What's at the base of all this? 3 of Cups. Okay. Drunk on power. This is not support. This is overindulgence. Now, I've often said, yes, Elon Musk, he has truly visionary ideas, but he's not got the ability to carry them out properly. And his vision is for technology, not for people, I guess. But he's also, the richer he's gotten, the more famous he's gotten, doing things like Saturday Night Live and stuff. It's like he's drunk on power now, and he's saying my word is law, and this is what we're going to do. And some really, really nasty aspects of the man is coming out. What is the outcome for Tesla? I'm going to do 3 outcome cards here. Outcome 1, the High Priestess. There is more to come out, and it is big stuff, being a major arcana. Outcome 2, out in the cold. There's definitely, yeah, this is showing that this shining beacon of a great company and being a great, it's all bull dust, and they treat their employees horrendously, and it's like, so a light is really going to be shone on how even more of a light is going to be shone on this company, and outcome free. Whoa. I don't think Tesla really has much of a future at all. I'd be selling my shares. This is the future. This is the outcome for Tesla. And much more coming out, with more secrets coming out with the high priest. There's just people, it's out in the cold, like people abandoning it. And look at this for Tesla. I think he's really believed his own press, and he doesn't have the empathetic qualities that are required to run a visionary company. He has the ideas, and some of them are great ideas, but he doesn't have the empathetic and real leadership qualities that are needed. Jill, just excuse me for a minute. I'm going to go and get a drink of water because my throat's a little bit dry, and I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Okay. Why are so many people working so hard to continue discrimination? And believe me, and reintroduce stuff as well. Believe me, it's just why. Hi, Anne. Goodness me, it's pretty late where you are, my darling. I know. I'm not sure if I'm doing pick a card tonight, Miss Sweet. Yeah. Oh, goodness, I have to pick up the oh my semester started yesterday too. I haven't looked at my new subject yet. Oh yeah, Anne, it's getting pretty late. I hope where you are it's not getting too flooded out or whatever. Anne's in New South Wales. So Page of Pentacles, it's like opportunity, and they feel like, yes, it's a land of opportunity, but it should only be opportunities for certain people. So they feel like all opportunities should be for certain people, not everybody. Yeah, and it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Just totally ridiculous. Who's Dwayne? So I feel like opportunity should only be for a select few, not everybody. Four of Swords. Okay, they feel like white, the white male group of power they've had to retreat and give up some of that, and they really hate that. Yeah. Okay. Ace of Cups. I'm getting this deep well of frustration and hatred with a lot of these people who so promote such horrible things that a lot of these people are not that hardworking. They want things handed to them. But the more that's shared, the less there is for them. They're horrible people, some of them. But they want handouts. It's just a 10 of Pentacles. A lot of this is just generational thinking, going back generations of not very nice thinking, and Five of Wands and stirring conflict. They feel the best way to feel the power they feel that they've lost over the generations is to stir up conflict and to create trouble. To them, it's like dominion. This is ours. This is our land. We built it, or we explored it, or we did that, and we did this, and it's our dominion, and nobody else should be allowed to share in it unless they're white. And it's ridiculous. And yeah, it's a sad group of people. The Magician, they honestly think that they have the right to just make things happen. What they want, they have the right to make happen and manifest however and they'll do anything to manifest what they want, including violence. The Sun. And they feel like, they feel like they are deserving of the happy ending. And it's terrible. It really is terrible. But they feel like they have the right to bask in everything America has to offer. But she was already corrupted, Anne. They have the right to bask in everything America has to offer, but only them. So it's a real twisted way of being brought up. So, yeah. Yeah. Ohio, the Ohio election. And Akron is that's in Ohio too. That's just erupted since the release of that footage. Thinking we shot a ridiculous number of times, and not one of those bullets were not one of the, not one of them was justified. Not one little one was justified. God, it so makes you so angry, doesn't it? Ohio to win. Have they got? Has he won the? He's won the primary. I take it, or didn't they primary him? She was always corrupted. But no, she was never very comfortable. She liked being able to get anything she liked, but she was never very comfortable with having to go out there and help people, you know, with the demand that she go out there and use her influence as First Lady to help people. She really wasn't interested. Hi, Dennis Thomas. You made another live. Oh, okay. I have to hunt you out, darling. Dennis Thomas. Dewin. After I do this on Dewin, I will do some single card draws, and I'll start off with Anne so she can get to bed. Okay, but we'll just do Dewin. Is he going to win? He's definitely got a very long dark night as a soul. This is not looking good for him. It's definitely got a fight ahead of him. I think this case with the little girl is, then the lovers, commitment, like this is, he's looking to reaffirm his relationship with the people of Ohio, but I'm not sure they want to reaffirm their relationship with him. The Empress, this is the people, and this abortion issues, this women's rights issues. I think there's a lot of governors who are a lot of displeasure going to be felt. Okay. Is Dewin going to be defeated in November? It's going to be a bit of a juggle for a while. So this is the manipulation card. There's no clear answer yet. There's an opportunity to defeat him with the Ace of Pentacles. But there's a lot of work to be done before that happens. So at this stage, it's not 100% clear, but I think he can be defeated, but they're going to have to do a lot. Hi, Viviane. Okay, so yeah, it's not a good face. Okay, I think I'll do the Guardian Angel cards, and also hi, Turtle Dove. So I'm going to have Anne, and I'll do some single card readings. Okay, so if you want a card, but if you've had a card in the last, like Sunday or Thursday, can you leave someone else to have a go? Okay, so and guides of the highest truth and compassion. And letting go. This is 13. So the death card, it's sometimes called a transformation. There are a few things to let go. So releasing the past can seem like a challenge, but it can also be liberating. Your angels will help you let go so you can fly higher than ever before. Endings always herald new beginnings, okay? Choose to allow this situation to lead you to a more joyful life. Change your life by changing your thoughts. So I think there's been some change happening with you, but you're not sure what to make of it. Take whatever change happens, either recently or in the future, and take it as an opportunity. And also, it's also a good time to just maybe wrap up a few things or step away from a few things that, it's a good time to try and end some things you may have been trying to end, if that makes sense. So you've been trying to wrap something up, and this is a good time and to do that. Whereas you haven't quite been able to wrap it up or get rid of whatever the influence is in the past, you will be able to now. So I hope that helps you, Anne. Okay. Who else would like a card? Yes, Travels. Hello, how are you? Hi, hello, Turtle Dove, Viviane. Yes, Super Queen Bee. Sorry, I will come back to you in just a minute. Okay. I've already zoned in on Turtle on Travels, but I will read you next, Super Queen Bee. Okay. The Two of Swords, which is trying to make a decision but not being able to see very clearly sometimes. You have angels. Your angels have noticed that you're not moving forward. You have multiple options that you're reviewing and you seem to be unable to choose. Ask your angels for signs as to what direction to take, or just listen to your own inner voice. Deep down, you know what to do. That's exactly what I was going to say. I think, hi, Liz Reeves, I think that, I think there's been a lot of stuff thrown at you that seems to be clouding the issue. Just clear away the things that, okay, go back to the original issue and what your gut told you, and that will give you the answer. Just people say, oh, but what about this or what about that? Just, okay, that's all clouded the issue and made it a bit hard for you to make a decision. So just go back and look at the original issue that you were dealing with before everybody says, oh, what about this? What about that? You've got to think about this. You've got to think about that. No, just get right down to the bare bones of the decision, and I think you'll know which way to go once you've cleared out all that other stuff. Super Queen Bee, will your finances improve in the next 6 months? I love that picture. Absolutely love that picture. Super Queen Bee, guides of the highest truth and compassion. Two of Action, that's the Two of Wands. They are nice cards, aren't they? Trust in your ability to make excellent choices. There's opportunity all around you if you just continue to move forward. It may be time to take on a new partner who can help you be a success in your career or creative endeavors. Keep your eyes on the big picture rather than the details of the moment. Okay. So I think you need to take a step back, my darling, and look at the big picture, and also not necessarily take on a partner, although you might end up doing that. But I think you feel that you're missing something in the big picture. So maybe going and getting some advice might help. Definitely. Yeah, I think you've been doing a lot of research into it. And again, like Travels, it sort of cluttered the picture a bit. So get rid of that, step back away from the minutiae, look at the original goal and everything. But also it won't hurt for you to go and maybe get a little bit of advice on this this aspect of it or that aspect of it. Somebody who's trustworthy and who definitely don't. It's not for somebody um, close to you. It's definitely okay. Yeah, I think there's probably lots of associations you can talk to um, about that. Okay, so definitely go like travel agent associations and all that. Definitely talk to those people and make sure that what you've gotten and yeah, that you've gotten it all right. Double check everything, but also don't get too caught up in the minutiae because sometimes the minutiae is not right. You can go through and sort that out later. Okie doke. Hi, Edna May. Okay, Dennis Thomas said in the USA, people have a felony against them and have gotten out of jail, can't get a job. Nobody will hire them. Will this change? I'd love to say yes. In some areas, yeah, it's depends on what it is for and stuff. I'm going to actually use the guardian angel cards here for this one. Will it change? The Eight of Abundance. This is the Eight of Pentacles. Work and details, learning and honing their skills. So if they have a really good skill, the key to success is in the details. I think, of course, a lot of people lie because they won't get a job otherwise or things like that. I feel like some states are going to institute programs where people can go and get a job and go through maybe work for so long, and after a couple of years then they can move forward and be recommended to other places. But I think there might be some more programs introduced to help with this. But there's always going to be a problems because I don't know how many people reoffend, but there are so many who just make a mistake and end up going to jail, and they're not violent offenders and they're not likely to reoffend. But again, this thing is against them. I think there's always going to be problems, but I do feel like some states will be better for people to go and look for work in than others. But yeah, there's always going to be an element of this. But I do feel like there can be some programs introduced that will help a lot of people, especially if they're. And of course, a lot of people, they make a mistake, they go, they do their time, they come out, they can't get a break. So they make another mistake, and it's, yeah, they've got a breaking the chain type thing. But yeah, there's going to be an increase in resources. Got the Queen of Swords, which is usually the judge. Possibly more sensible sentencing, like rather than going into jail, it's like, why do a custodial sentence for someone who's done something very minor? Some changes with that and more communication and connections. There's always going to be an element of it being hard, Dennis. I wish I could say it would change, but I have the same thing here. But there's going to be, there needs to be some fundamental changes. People might say, oh, yeah, he made a mistake. He got a suspended sentence, and he kept straight. So, yeah, it's like, we'll give him another chance. But what seems to be the biggest thing, the biggest problem is if you're given a custodial sentence, and sometimes it's like, that's it. Oh, you've been to jail. You're a badass. So there definitely needs to be better institutional thinking outside of the box is what I'm saying, with regard to how people can be dealt with, because sometimes it is just honest mistakes. So, yeah, I wish I could give you more that, but there is going to be some opportunities in the future for some improvements, but it's always going to be a bit of a problem until they make institute better. Even here in Australia too, why throw someone in jail who's done something quite minor? You know, it's like when someone would steal a piece of bread because they were starving or their family was starving, and they get sent to Australia or to the US for 7 years. Talk about overkill, you know. Yeah, there's much better ways in which to in which things can be dealt with. Okay, I'm happy to do another couple of cards. So if you want a card, you can put your hand up the next couple of minutes, and then I think I'll wrap up for the night. That's all right, Super Queen Bee. So would anyone else like a card? If you've asked and I haven't read a card for you, it's because I haven't seen, so I'll go back and check. Okay, guys, look, I am going to wrap up then. If nobody else wants a card, I'm going to wrap it up for the night. I will be back on Thursday night, probably back at 8:30. It was just a little bit later tonight because I just had so much to get done today. So I'll be back Thursday night, and probably, yeah, do a little bit longer. But thank you for joining me. I love you all. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, stay loving, stay strong, and stay laughing. And I will talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.